Programs and shell lifetime. What in the perfection of the soul, in the growth of all its indicators, especially in the increase in energy potential, the accumulation of energies in thin shells and matrix cells, and the acquisition of new qualities. But for this to happen, programs are needed. When a person's soul is embodied in their earthly world, that is, its incarnation takes place, it develops in it according to a general program built on situations. Situations are associated with the consumption of energy, its processing and production types of energy. And this all happens already in the shells of a person. Therefore, the general program of life production is necessarily linked with the technical activities of the energy bodies, the aspect of work. The program of each shell activates certain processes in them, depending on the situations and action of a person, which leads to the processing of energies and their accumulation in the matrix. After the death of a person, temporary shells are discarded, and permanent shells continue their work in the subtle world. The soul continues to improve after death, and here the permanent bodies are already working according to their program. Therefore, it is important that each shell has its own program, which would necessarily take into account the peculiarities of its construction. And the discarded temporary shells are either collected by essences or destroyed. The process of destruction is also included in their program. Each shell has its own lifetime after being dropped. Therefore, if one of them isn't taken away for a certain time, then it self-destructs. Together with the program, time is an important factor governing the existence of shells. It carries out the reversal of the program and it manages all processes associated with this individual. If we talk about the work of the program itself, then time is reunited with its events. There is a tight connection and situation management. When a person's death occurs, time stops the main program. Life situations in the program reach the last episode and the blocking is activated, stopping the program. The physical program ends, but then 3 other programs continue to unfold: etheric, astral, and mental. So that with death everything doesn't stop completely. The soul continues to exist for some time in other shells, and this is also a certain life under certain conditions. Further filling of the soul and shells with energy continues. The passage of some situations continues, now on the subtle plane. So here are the working situations of the thin shell program and their time, and also the souls of all people on average remain in the subtle swarms of the spirit of the same time. Their sensations of time are individual. The soul sheds its temporary shells at approximately the same intervals for many people. The ethereal shell after 3 days, the astral shell after 9, and the metal shell after 40 days, after death. Remaining constant, it remains on the subtle plane for different periods of time. The duration of the soul's stay in the subtotal world after the death of a person is influenced by the level of soul's development. High souls can stay there for up to 500 years or more, while low ones begin reincarnation after 20 or 30 years. And for this, programs are also needed. Permanent shells are just for all this and calculated. The soul is capable of existing in any time, but corresponding to its level of development. Time potential matters here. If a soul with low potential ends up in worlds with very high potential, then it will be crushed here. Therefore, everything must be consistent. But the shells in which it is closed are connected with the time of the world into which it is sent. Temporary shells are precisely designed to last specific world. Shells protect the soul from the rough physical world, help to stay in it and move. But most importantly, they help generate energy into the cells of the soul matrix. And from them, the qualities of a person and any other state are built. And therefore, programs are required for such multifunctional work. Nothing happens or develops by itself. Without programs, the form isn't able to build itself hierarchically, can't provide itself with an eternal principle of construction.